Good day everybody, welcome to my next vlog. Today I will teach you on how to calculate magnetic variation. And this annual change, this is printed on the paper chart in isogonic lines or in the compass rose
in the paper chart wherein it lies nearest to the ship position.
And there are some cases
That will use an interpolation
to the ship position if it lies between in the two isogonic lines or in the two nearest compass rose. So let's start. So there are two things that we need to know before calculating the magnetic variation. One is the variation of the given date or year. Two is the annual change in variation. So I will be giving an example to easily understand these two. What is these two? Okay. 8 degree, 18 minutes west, 2007. This is our variation on the given date or year. And then the one enclosed inside the parenthesis is the annual change in variation, which is the 9 minutes east. So now we know that. The two things that we need to know before calculating the magnetic variation. So the first step is to get the total change of variation. So the first step
is to know the total change of variation. To get the total change of variation, we need to get how many years it has been or the date it was published. So we are going to use the 2021 as the decide year. So 2021 is our current year or decide year. So we will minus it in the given date or year in 2007. So 2021 minus 2007 is equal to 14 years. So from the compass rules, we gathered that the annual change is 9 minutes east, so we need to multiply the annual change to the number of 14 years. So 14 years times 9 minutes east, which is the annual change, so we get in calculator is 126 minutes east.
Note, if you get greater than 60 minutes like this, so we have to divide this in 60 minutes. So 126 minutes is divide 60 minutes is equal to 2 degree 6 minutes east. So if you are asking to me why did you not get this, just because you input this in your calculator in this way. 126 minutes
Divide by
60 minutes is equal 2.1. Don't do this, but instead of doing this, you input these numbers in this way. 126 minutes divide 60 equals 2 degree 6 minutes east. So we get the total change in variation. So this is the total change in variation until 2021 or 14 years. To get the year, the variation in the year of 2021, we need to apply the total change of variation from the variation given in the compass rose. In applying the total change of variation, we need to follow this rule. 1 is the same direction or sign, we will plus, and that means the variation is increasing. Number 2, if there is the difference direction or sign, we have to minus it or subtract it. That means the variation is decreasing. So now, we are going to get the variation in 2021. First is
We need to put the variation in 2007.
8 degree 18 minutes west. So this, the total change variation 2 degree 6 minutes east. What did you notice? They are different direction and sign. This means that variation is decreasing. So we need to subtract it. 8 degree 18 minutes minus 2 degree 6 minutes. So the answer is 6 degree 12 minutes west.
So if you are asking to me guys, if how can I know what is the symbol or sign that should I use in final answer, so just look in the which is the highest number of the two in variation 2007 or the total change in variation. So the highest number is the variation of 2007, so I use the west sign.
This is the final answer. Variation in 2021, 6 degree 12 minutes west. So I have a 4 example of problem solving of magnetic variation. Okay. Number 1, variation in 1998 is 18 degree 24 minutes east. The annual change is 6 minutes increasing. So although if there is not a sign here, remember if there is a same sign,
so we will add it, and that means the variation is increasing. So the sign is still the same, so 6 minutes east. So our current year in this example is 2021, so we will minus it in variation on a given date 1998. So 2021 minus 1998 is equal to
23.
and after that we have to multiply it in
Annual change, which is the 6 minutes east. So 23 times 6, 138 minutes east. So remember this.
after multiplying it in annual change, and you get higher than in 60 minutes, or if you get 60 minutes also, you have to divide it in 60 minutes. So 138 minutes east divide
60 is equals to 2 degree 18 minutes east. This is our total change in variation. So to get the variation in 2021,
we have to put
the variation in 1998 first. 18 degree 24 minutes east, and then we
will put this.
below in variation in 1998.
So what do we have to do? We have to add this or subtract it. So remember the rules is the same sign.
We are going to add this or plus 18 degree 24 minutes east plus 2 degree 18 minutes east. So this is the variation in 2021, 20 degree 42 minutes east. This is increasing. So this is my example number 2, variation in 2008. So 25 degree 8 minutes west. The annual change is 8 minutes decreasing. So remember, there are 2 rules in calculating in magnetic variation. If the sign is not the same, so this means the magnetic variation is decreasing. So the sign is 8 minutes east. I will be using the request year or the current year is the 2016 minus the variation on a given date. This 2016 minus 2008 is equal to 8 years. Okay. The next step that I told you after you
Minus the current year and the variation on given date or year.
is we have to multiply it in the annual change. Our annual change is 8 minutes east. So 8 times 8 minutes is equal to 64 minutes east. So we have to divide it in 60 minutes. 64 minutes divide 60 is equal to
1 degree, 4 minutes.
east. This is the total change in variation. But how about the
2016 variation? So I'm going to put the variation in 2008.
The variation 2008 is 25 degree 8 minutes west. So they are different sign. So we are going to minus it. So the answer is 24 degree 4 minutes west. This is the variation in 2016. So we are on the number 3 example in calculating of magnetic variation. If you want to try this to solve the variation in 2021, you can pause the video and play it again to check your answer if it is correct. Our current year is 2021. The variation given date is 2011. First is we need to subtract it. So 2021 minus 2011 is equal to 10 years. So after that, likewise, that we are going to multiply it in annual change is 10 times 5 minutes is equal to 50 minutes.
So if you will ask me why I did not divide it in 60 minutes, because we only get a 50 minutes, so we don't have to divide it in 60 minutes.
If you didn't divide it, you always put a 0 degree here and bring down the 50 minutes east. This is our
Total change in variation.
After that, what is our variation in 2011? The 0 degree, 50 minutes west.
We have to bring the total change in variation below the variation in 2011, and
we have to subtract it. So 0 degree 15 minutes west minus 0 degree 50 minutes east is equal to 0 degree 00 minute. In period. There are no direction because remember, agonic lines is 0. So this is the variation in 2021. So the variation in 2000 is 1 degree 45 minutes west. The annual change is 5 minutes decreasing or 5 minutes east.
our current year in this example is 2021.
The variation given date or variation given year is 2000. 2021 minus 2000 is equal 21 years. After that, we have to multiply it in annual change. 21 years times 5 minutes east is equal to 105 minutes east. So it exceeds to the 60 minutes. So we have to divide it in 60 minutes. So 105 105 minutes, divide it in 60 is equals to 1 degree 45 minutes is. This is our total change in variation. So put this variation in 2000, 1 degree 45 minutes west, and the total change in variation 1 degree 45 minutes east. They are the different sign, so we have to subtract it. So the answer is 0 degree 00 minute period. There are no direction. This is the variation in 2021.
I hope you understand on how to calculate the magnetic variation. Thank you so much.
You've been running around, throwing that dirt all on my name. Cause you knew that I'd call you up. You would go around every party in LA. Cause you knew that I'd be at one. I know that you're